Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a ride and chatting about the top 3 ways that you can become a better rider while you're doing everything that you're already doing. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, if you like this kind of content and you end up liking this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the things that help me out as I build this channel. If you're here from one of my other platforms, thank you. And if you'd like to find more content of mine, at xmotojack on everything. And now, today's video. Going across? Alright. Thank you, buddy. Alright, so what do we mean when we say how to become a better rider? Obviously, by riding the bike, by putting miles on, by putting seat time in, you're going to become a better rider naturally, right? Well, sort of. I would argue that there are people that have been riding for 20, 30 years, straight lines, never practicing, never pushing themselves, and never trying to advance their skills, that aren't very good riders, right? I would argue that, and I think there's a lot of evidence to back that up. Nothing about experience necessarily equals skill, okay? However, there are ways to fast track yourself. There are ways that you can put in the time, put in the effort to make yourself a better rider. Now, we need to make sure that we're leaving the very obvious to the forefront, and that is there is no secret formula to just become an immediate better rider. It's just not going to happen overnight. You do have to put in the time, you do have to practice. But we talk a lot about practicing U-turns, slow speed maneuvers, you know, all of those things that are actual, you know, mechanical. There are things that you need to practice with the bike. This video is going to talk about the 3 things that you need to do with your brain when you're riding. So these 3 brain things are going to fast track you into becoming a better rider a lot quicker than someone who is just riding, they're just sitting on their bike and they're commuting, or they're going out on weekends and they're just riding, right? Number 1 is going to be deliberate, okay? We talk a lot about taking 10 minutes, taking 15 minutes, practicing U-turns, whatever it might be, but my challenge to you would to not just go out and say, I'm gonna go around in a circle for a couple minutes before I go to work, but to be deliberate in the way that you're practicing a very specific thing every time. Maybe it's a different thing. Maybe you're just doing one thing for a couple days a week and then switching it. And what I mean by that is, all right, so we're going out today and we're going to only worry about lane positioning. Now, I'm not saying you don't do everything else right and you don't worry about, you know, your speed and your shifting and all of those things, but take the thing that you're struggling with or the thing that you want to make sure that you're perfecting and focus on it. Be intentional about what you're practicing. Instead of just practicing all willy-nilly, practice exactly what you want to get better at, put it in your repertoire, add it to the things that you're good at, add it to your bag of tricks, and then move on to the next thing, okay? Now again, that might be lane positioning, that might be shifting properly, that might be taking off from a stop, you know, a little better. That might be slow speed stuff, that might be U-turns, whatever it might be. But just be intentional and be deliberate about what you're practicing. Number 2 is going to be your awareness. It's easy to be on the road, and it's easy to just say, hey, today, again, I'm going to be intentional about my lane position, whatever it might be. We can actually have your awareness kicked up to the next level and actually teach yourself to look out for things. What do I mean by that? Whenever you're riding, we already know we have to be that much more aware, that much more cognizant of what's going on around us, okay? And you may think, okay, well, I do that when I'm riding. I am very aware. We need to take that to the next level. We need to look out for things. We need to look out for patterns. We need to look out for the cars to do what you think they're going to do before they actually do them. We need to see the people inside the vehicles that we're passing. You see where their head is, see if their head's in their lap, they're looking at their phone, all of those little things. Start to train yourself to look out for the things that would otherwise be negligible, right? The little tilt in the tires, okay? I'm looking at this guy, he's only a few car lengths behind the truck in front of him. I don't think I want to sit behind him, right? So I'm going to switch my lane position, I'm going to make sure I'm safe, and I'm going to merge. This guy, he may be completely fine, but I'm taking that extra precaution ahead of time so that I'm not in trouble there with him, okay? Your awareness is so huge while you're riding, especially when you're riding in traffic. Hey, this guy, look, no turn signal, you can't see it because he's got a trailer. If I'm not paying attention, maybe I go right into the back of him. Awareness is so huge for motorcycles, more than anything else. You obviously got to pay attention when you drive, but it's so much more important on two wheels. And number 3, which is, in my opinion, the most important one out of all of these, and all of the brain things that we talk about, is going to be repetition. It is very true, like I said at the beginning, that in order to get the muscle memory and the experience that you need to operate safely, efficiently on a motorcycle, you need to have experience. Just plain experience won't do. Practice while you're riding. Be very intentional, very focused, and repeat over and over and over again. Take that turn that you have trouble with over and over again, okay? Go ride in traffic if you're scared of it. Go do U-turns until you can do them with your eyes closed. Repeat the things that you're having trouble with until you no longer have trouble with them. It's that simple. We talk a lot about becoming a better rider, about advancing your skills, and how you can keep yourself safer while still having fun on a motorcycle a lot on this channel. And I just hope that even if there's just a little sliver of information that you can glean from one of these videos, that it will help you in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this little chat about mentality and things you can do to make yourself a better rider. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you disagree or agree. And until next time, be safe.